politically correct camera here, which will be
Totally.
How about a pick here, guys?
Well, anyway, I was going to say, you got Henry Lee Summer playing everything. So if
Henry Lee's going to play for our team.
Yeah, so if you're going to come down to Market Square Arena and see the great Globetrotters game tonight at 8 o'clock, tickets still available at Ticketmaster locations. Come a little bit early and catch those REO Speedwagon guys against the Q95 All-Stars. Of course, featuring Kevin Cronin. And Christy's at Gary Richrath. Is that how you say that? You think?
Is he playing?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, that's the cute one, the guitar player.
Win?
And
Who's going to win?
REO is going to win by 12 points. Because I've seen the Q95 basketball team. In fact, I saw Jay Baker shooting some hoops at Nexus.
Uh-huh.
I think 1 out of 18 from the field is not a bad average. And he was within 5 feet.
See, we got
right?
we got Henry Lee to rebound. Henry Lee's got to be 6'5". He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a
Maybe
tall guy.
taller.
Why aren't you playing, Tom? You're tall.
I am the MC. That was the deal. They asked for Bob and I to do the play-by-play in the game. So, Dick, your pick.
Incredible, huh?
Yeah.
Your
amazing.
pick.
That worked out kind of nutty, didn't it?
He said REO by 12.
I said REO by 12. Are you paying attention, Tom?
No, let's get
Are
to
we
the
trying to do a
boxing.
show here, okay?
Let's get to boxing now.
Let's go slowly through this, okay?
Boxing.
Hagler,
Okay, you got
Leonard.
Hagler, Leonard. Well, Hagler's going to win.
In which round?
He is going to win in round 8.
Round 8.
And it will be by knockout.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you
Whoa.
What do you think, Bob?
I think it's going to go the distance. 12.
Really?
I think it's going to go 12.
Yeah.
Then it'll just be a decision at the end.
It'll be boring like most boxing matches. It'll
Yep.
be a decision that no one knows till it's over. Because
I like the ring girls,
They don't
though.
score it legitimately.
Tom, that's your claim. Now,
No, if it was a real sport, why don't they after each round tell you who's winning? That's all I ask.
no, it's because it's not like that.
Because it would be fair that way, so you'd know instead of after the thing's over, the two guys look at each other and go, "What?"
I'm
Our
surprised.
3 judges who were from Las Vegas, Atlanta, and New Jersey. Yeah, I'm sure they ought to score it right.
All their names end in a vowel.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. At any rate,
exactly.
Tom, it's boxing, okay? It's where 2 grown men try and pulverize
Trying
each
to
other.
make $23 million. You're telling me it's not fixed.
No, I think it's just a good, clean, all-American sport.
I think
you know?
it is a clean sport.
Teaches
It's a great
kids that-
sport, and I just think they should score it. After each round, it'd be fairer.
You know, I just heard some mom tell her child, and I had to correct her. This is in a busy grocery store. She told her child that it's better to run than fight.
Mm-hmm.
I had to just correct her immediately.
Slap her.
Well, I
upside the
slapped
head.
her upside the head first off and just told the kid that, hey, I never met something yet that violence wouldn't stop. In fact, Tom, it was during that great Vietnam War when I ordered American bombers into Laos. I said, hey, we're stopping this right now, you Laotians.
What a job you did. Thank you.
They didn't do much, but what happened, Tom, is when we hit one of those Laotian villages, we found out it had Muppet babies in it. And
Then
Dick,
what?
just a second. Now, right here, I got a press release. Muppet Babies live in Indianapolis.
well, I guess you weren't there when it was Muppet Babies Dead. It was kind of a new show.
Dick.
Fozzie Bear was laying there in that rice paddy. Reeking of napalm.
Dick,
Yes. It's very sad.
Dick, that's
I guess you don't want to.
that's
I guess you don't want to hear about
It's completely ridiculous, Dick. That's not true.
baby Miss
The
Piggy
Muppet Babies were
forced into a life of
Miss
prostitution.
Piggy, Ralph the dog, Gonzo Animal, Scooter, and Scooter's twin Skeeter, even Kermit will all be here. Muppet Babies live.
Of course, Gonzo got a less than honorable discharge.
Dick.
He went berserk.
So, that first artist, who is that again, Bob? Would you be kind enough to introduce that first artist for him?
I guess you don't want to hear about me and Sarah Ferguson, then,
I guess
do
I
you?
don't. No. I don't want to hear
No,
about
she
you.
is a natural redhead, and
It's Billy Idol.
certainly is.
Would you be kind enough to
certainly
introduce
is.
this first artist?
This is WFBQ. Oh, I'm sorry. I blew it.
Sure.
Who is it? It's Billy Idol.
If you'd hold my card up a little bit higher, this is WFBQ Indianapolis, with an artist so big, pagans worship him. Yes, it's Billy Idol, Q95.
Well, with these machines, you never know.
Yeah, no kidding.
But here's my big moment. I better jump on it.
As you know, we're taking jokes this week, shoe jokes by mail. Yesterday we read a few of them. If we read your shoe joke, you get a free pair of shoes.
Yes.
From the Shoe Carnival. Well, we're going to take the best joke of the week, and we're going to give that person 95 pairs of shoes. plus a little added bonus.
Really?
What's the bonus?
We're gonna
T-shirt
take the person that writes the best shoe joke.
a cassette. Maybe.
No, and a friend of theirs along to New York with us. We're going to New York this weekend,
You're
as you
kidding.
know. Nope.
Oh, great.
You get to go to New York?
Yeah, we're going to New York City Saturday morning, and we're going to be there for 3 days.
Don't pick Joe Bailey.
Joe Bailey.
Remember the first joke you read?
No. How'd that go?
It's about the schnauzer.
Refresh my memory, Bob.
It's about this lady, her dog is limping.
Yeah.
Dog's got a problem. She can't figure out what it is, so she takes him to the vet.
Right.
The vet says, well, your dog has an ingrown toenail.
Okay, speak up. Don't be embarrassed.
So he writes out a prescription.
Right.
Lady goes to the pharmacist.
Right.
Pharmacist gets it, and he gives her the instructions to rub this on her toes and to stay off of her foot for 3 to 4 days.
Uh-huh.
She goes, no, you don't understand. It's not for me. It's for my schnauzer. He goes, well, in that case, don't ride your bike for about a month.
Ooh, boy, what a reach. What a reach.
Anyway, so
Okay.
if you
I
haven't
don't think we better let him loose in the streets.
if you haven't submitted your shoe joke, please do
I
it.
don't
Shoe
know.
or foot jokes.
Mm-hmm.
If we read your jokes, you get a pair of shoes. If your joke wins, you get to go to New York with us, and you get
That's
95 pairs of shoes.
That's tremendous.
So that's a little kind of an added bonus. I think we'll come back in a couple minutes. I got a lot of shoe jokes in front of me. Let's find one
See if we can find a good one.
worthy of the Joe Bailey tradition.
Okay, it sounds good. It's
Joe Bailey.
6:59.
Won't you come home, Joe
Bailey, won't you come home?
The best thing to ever happen to your car is here now.
Where?
It's Jiffy Lube.
What is a Jiffy Lube?
It's the best new concept in car care in the USA. In 10 minutes with no appointment, Jiffy Lube will change.
Here we go. Write this down if you know shorthand, all right? It's Moby Dick.
Moby Dick is a true American classic. Herman Melville's rich, textured prose captures the romance of the sea as well as the camaraderie of the human spirit. Moby Dick is much more than the story of a whale. It is a treatise on man's place in the universe. Here now is Moby Dick in exactly 1 minute. Call me Ishmael. And so our great adventure begins. Ishmael is time to kill. He's bored, he's broke. How about a trip to sea? Why not? First stop, New Bedford. The weather's crummy. He's beaten all the ends of book solid. So he shares a room with a harpoon-hurtling heathen named Queequeg. Now the best of friends, they decide to ship out together. But first, it's off to Nantucket for more clam chowder. Finally, they set sail for 3 long and boring years at sea. Drive 'em up, man the capstan, stow the chowder. Then Captain Ahab appears on deck. He's handicapped, only has 1 leg. It seems this big fish got the other one. He yells at his crew, find me that fish, the one they call Moby Dick. That's the one that's big and white and mean. And so the Pequod sails around Cape Horn. Ahab paces the deck. He yells at every passing ship, have you seen the Great White? Next it's off to the Pacific. Ahab keeps pacing the deck as the ship sails on and on and on and on through hundreds of pages of painfully padded, pathetic paragraphs. Have you seen the Great White? And another year goes by, and then the lookout yells, there she blows! It's big, it's white, it's mean, it's Moby Dick! They all hop into the dinghies and they row for days, but Moby gets away. Then a typhoon hits. The sails get ripped to shreds and they all get wet. Then the lookout yells, there she blows again. Back into the dinghies. This time they harpoon the heck out of Moby, which really gets him mad. So Moby munches a few men, bashes a few boats, punches the Pequod, gives Ahab a ride, and everybody dies. But the fish and Ish.
I timed it.
That's beautiful.
But the fish and Ish.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you have a test on Moby Dick today, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Call me
Greatest
Ishmael.
opening lines of a book of all time.
Okay,
All right.
Reverend, it's so nice to see you this morning.
Come back with Name That Tune?
Yes, let's do that. Got a debut for Name That Tune.
A debut?
Yes.
Oh,
Debut for Name That Tune. By the way, Reverend, did you hear what we're going to do with the famous Q95 Bob and Tom Hogg?
No, what are you going to do?
Our famous pink and camouflage car.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take it down to the Mud Bog, November 22nd,
Yeah.
and we're going to put it underneath one of those Bigfoot Car Crunch monster cars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A
Are you gonna
monster
be in it?
truck, take it. No,
No,
we
we're
won't
not
going to
be in it.
Oh, come
we
on,
might,
Tom.
We might be in the
Take
monster
a microphone
truck.
in there.
Yeah, here's
Do a
Tom
live
Russell.
broadcast. What it feels like.
To die.
No, just get
You
pressed a
won't
little
die,
bit.
Tom.
Okay, Reverend, well,
Come
maybe
on.
we'll have you do it then.
If you lay on the floorboard.
No, you're much better at this sort of thing than I am.
Okay, well, we'll get ready to say goodbye to the famous pink and camouflage car.
Incredible.
Oh, all right.
So long.
I'm touched.
I get
Time to move on.
All right, here are
Something
2
to-
from the police on Q95.
Now we need to buy a train.
Painted pink and
Train
camouflage.
car. Just get a train car.
Yeah, sure. Q95, 2 from the police on a 2 for Tuesday. It's 8:38.
You're with Bob and Tom. With us in the studio, the Reverend Ernest Honestly.
Yes.
Got a couple things to do real quick. We're going to do another shoe joke here, but
First, a couple things I want to review. Number one, if you want that new Boss album, keep listening. We have the new album on CD, and we're playing a portion of it every evening this week. Carl Rock and Roll Russo at 7 o'clock will kick off the Russo Mania show with CD live Boss for you.
A full CD, not just a CD cut, the full CD.
Yeah, now you can, we're dividing it into 5 parts so you can hear the whole album this week. You might be interested to know that a lot of the record stores that have the record that had it yesterday are sold out. So before you go out to buy it today, if you're interested in getting it, you might want to call first.
Okay.
We're going to try to do a little checking, see who's got it around town. We also want to tell you that during the Cash Song, when you hear the Cash Song all this week long, you're going to have an option to go for the extra $100 or the extra $100 and the Boss Live.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. I'll give you a little hint. The Cash Song all week long will be a live cut from Bruce Springsteen's album.
Okay.
I'll also tell you we haven't played it yet this morning, so
we haven't.
Kind of
gives it right away there.
Yeah. Hey, here's something interesting right here.
What?
They're making a movie out of the Ted Kennedy Jr. story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be on TV.
About him losing his leg?
Yeah, it's a very good story. He's now a member of the championship handicap ski team. Should be a great story. It's going to be broadcast November 24th on NBC. The Ted Kennedy Jr. story.
Good Thanksgiving story.
Yeah, interesting casting in the thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there are a lot of driving scenes, so Ted Kennedy they had Jacques Cousteau in the role.
Let me find it first, Reverend, all right? I know you're looking over here with
Winding up.
Winding up, and it's the pitch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Listen, we have a little contest going on right now, and I'd like to share this with you. It's our shoe contest. And I first should mention that if you look at today's People and Things page in the Indianapolis Star, you'll notice a picture of the lovely Imelda Marcos.
What a babe,
lady who allegedly had 3,000 pairs of shoes in her closet.
What's she doing in
at
the
their
news?
palace in the Philippines? Well, she's in the news for shopping.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
She's in the news for what?
Shopping.
Imelda Marcos emphatically denies that she purchased more than 36 pairs of shoes for herself at a store in Honolulu. It had been reported that she'd bought several dozen pairs of shoes for herself several days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Assistant manager of a store in Honolulu confirmed that Mrs. Marcos was at the store, but he said it was against store policy to give details of the purchase. Where she left with a forklift. But we're going to give somebody a sort of an Imelda Marcos thing, 95 pairs of shoes. Send us your best shoe joke, and if we read your joke...
Or foot joke.
Yeah, or a foot joke. If we read your joke, you get a pair of shoes from the Shoe Carnival.
Okay.
And the overall winner gets to go to New York with us. We're going to New York this weekend. We'll be broadcasting from New York Monday. Go to New York with us, plus 95 pairs of shoes, plus you get to take a friend along to New York. All those can be yours. Let me just read this joke that was submitted by one Paul Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Lady goes out to buy a new pair of shoes, and she's dressing in a hurry and doesn't have time to put on any undergarments.
Mm-hmm.
She sets out to try on the shoes. Shoe salesman can't help but notice certain factors in her attire. Thank you very much. And
that's right. They're disconnecting us. They know what's coming.
He says,
what does he say?
He says that we can't read this joke.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I didn't read that in advance.
You see what I mean, Reverend?
No, can't read that.
No, let's just
can't
say
eat that much ice cream.
Oh my gosh!
That punchline is, I'm not going to mess around. Anybody can eat that much ice cream. You figure it out.
Oh my goodness!
I guess we better play Name That Tune, huh, Reverend?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Shall we give him a pair of shoes anyhow for sending us that disgusting joke?
I don't think so.
Used shoes.
I don't think so.
We have to read the full joke. Thank you.
Reverend Understanding is here with us.
Let's send him some horseshoes.
Pastor of the Church of Blissful Sedation, the discount house of worship where you save when you're saved.
We're being jammed.
Are you losing?
Is that what it is?
The Russians are jamming.
Are you losing me in one channel?
Uh-huh.
I am too. That's great.
Not over
the
here.
Russians. They're jamming our signal.
Okay.
They hate our show.
Pastor of the Church of Blissful Sedation, the discount house of worship where you're saved when you're saved. Don't forget their convenient drive-through service. Drive-through service and their express confessional for 3 sins or less. A Reverend to the organ, if you please.
See lightning.
Hallelujah.
yeah.
It's time for Name That Tune on Q95. The ship's breaking up, Captain. You better beam me up.
That was the ship's breaking up.
Yeah.
Beam me up, Captain.
I don't believe it.
Okay. You were not breaking up in your ears here?
No.
Okay, well.
I'm pretty dandy
fine.
over here.
Great, okay. Reverend, what do we have this morning?
We have a television theme song, a debut for Name That Tune.
A great TV song.
Oh, yes. And it's from the early 60s.
A fine program.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy.
And
I'm going to play 7 notes.
okay. This is an older show.
Yes, from the early 60s.
Black and white, I think?
Yes.
At least it was on my side. We didn't have a color TV.
Well, it was black and white.
One more time. Okay, this would be classified as a comedy.
Comedy.
Okay, so it wasn't Perry Mason.
It wasn't Mannix either, because that's the 70s. This is early 60s.
It wasn't
Remember
I
what
Love
we're
Lucy.
talking about.
Okay.
Comedy show.
Name That Tune.
All right. Morning Q95. Who's this?
Just blow these idiots out.
Oh, they don't like it when they have to
Q95.
give
Who's
the name
this?
first.
This is Mike. Is it the Beverly Hillbillies?
No, it
good
isn't Mike.
guess, though,
Good guess.
Mike.
Yes.
Q95. Who's this?
Joyce Knight.
Joyce
Knight.
Yeah. Can you name that tune?
I'm just going to say the Honeymooners.
No, it
That
isn't.
was
No,
50s.
Okay.
50s and
Q95.
60s.
Who's this?
This is Jerry Pickering.
Jerry. Can you name that tune?
Was it Dick Van Dyke Show?
No,
No,
wasn't.
good
Thank
guess.
you.
Around
Good
that
guess.
same time, though.
Q95. Who's this?
This is Dave Julius.
Dave?
Please don't eat the daisies.
No, it isn't.
No. Do you have a brother named? Do you have a brother named Orange?
Shut up. Yeah, I'd hang up too, Dave. Q95. Who's this?
Patty Kessner.
Patty. Can you name that tune?
Car 54, where are
Yes,
you?
yes! Hey, come on, believe it! You got it! Oh, my God!
Way to go, Patty.
And you know, Patty, I was so upset that I was having headphone trouble. I forgot to tell you what our prize package is.
That's okay.
Well, let her know what you
Tell her
want.
now.
Okay,
Tell her now.
Let's see, I got to think of a quick acronym here. Let's see now. I was upset. I think it was because problems instill serious trauma, which, of course, put those letters together, it spells pissed. Which you can't say on the radio if you spell it the other way, but that way it's perfectly okay.
I see.
Is this Patty or Kathy?
Patty.
Patty.
Mm-hmm.
When Patty adores a minuet.
That's Kathy adores a minuet.
Okay, so. Gift certificate from Front Row. Ooh, the Front Row. Dinner for 2 at Grindstone Charlie's. A video cassette, your very own to keep, of Indiana Jones and the Temple Bethel. No, the Temple of Doom. I'm sorry. From your video store. Your video store with 6 Indianapolis locations. You have a gift certificate from the Shoe Carnival. They have 3 Indianapolis locations and lots of shoes. You have the Billy Joel cassette, The Bridge. And finally, a VIP pass to The Vogue in Broad Ripple, okay?
All right.
Great.
Good for you, Kathy.
Patty.
Oh, this is Patty.
Patty, you idiot.
I keep confusing you with your cousin. You know, identical cousins and
All right, that's not the song we're singing
laugh
today.
alike, they talk alike, but Patty goes down.
Stop. We got another song to sing. Don't sing that one.
Excuse me, Reverend, may I?
Yeah, please. Oh, yes.
Well, wouldn't you say, watching that show?
Tom?
Kathy was a real cold fish. Patty, on the other hand,
Like to swing.
Loved a hot dog.
backseat Patty, they called her.
They did not.
You just
I'm
watch
in
the
the
show,
front
you'll notice.
row.
I think you're taking these television shows entirely too seriously.
I think you're right.
They didn't call her
All
anything.
right. Do you remember who starred in Car 54? Where are you, Patty?
No.
Ooh.
One of the guys from the Munsters?
Yeah,
That's right.
Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn, who's now doing commercials for which hamburger chain? He's the
Burger King.
voice of Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a great actor too. Yeah, but and then the short guy who used to go,
Francis.
Wasn't that Joey Lewis?
Joey Ross.
Joey Ross.
Joey
I'm
Ross.
sorry.
I think Joey Lewis had cooled by then. They were going to get him. But
That's right.
Joey Ross kind of faded from there. I haven't seen him much.
No.
He was pretty neat though in that show.
Oh, yeah.
He was great.
We're going to sing it for you, Patty.
You
He
ready?
was also
I'm
on
ready.
the Sergeant Bilko show.
Sergeant Bilko. He was
Yeah, he
also
was-
in It's About Time. He
Oh,
was
sure.
one of the
He was in
cavemen.
million
He did a
shows.
lot of things.
So here we have the
Okay, here we go. Car 54,
the
where are you?
Q95 Tabernacle Choir
Ready?
with helium.
Yes.
Where's my line?
The last
It's
one.
the last line,
All right.
dummy.
I lost
The
my
la-
script.
Tom.
Would you cue me then? Oh, I
Yeah.
found
There
my.
you
I
go.
found my
What's
script.
the title of the show, Tom?
Okay, I got it. Go ahead.
Here we go. There's a holdup in the Bronx.
Brooklyn's broken out in fights.
There's a traffic jam in Harlem.
That's backed up to Jackson Heights.
There's a scout troop short a child.
Khrushchev's doing idle wild.
Car 54, where are you?
Oh, God, I'm going to drop. Helium overdose.
Good.
You're holding your
Get
breath
him out of
too
here.
long.
Patty, you hold the phone.
You couldn't you have made it in a higher key?
I already lowered it
Frankie
into the
Valley
basement.
couldn't do that with his gonads in a vice.
Car 54, where are you?
Tom, shut up. It's 8:48.
For sweet.
8:52. Don't forget to pick up your new Q95 Fall sportswear at any Central Indiana Hills department store, Karma Records, or Nexus Athletic Club. Just walk in and say, hey, you got to be wearing this stuff, okay? So enjoy. You're with Bob. Tom, I have no idea where he is.
Right here.
Oh.
What are you, blind?
Yeah.
Well, howdy doody. Hello. Sorry, just into the room checking on
It's
something.
howdy doody time.
The Reverend is back with us. Murray's here also. Everyone seems to be in the room, except for me. Hi, Murray. What's up?
Nothing. Not a whole lot.
Did you find what you were looking
What
for,
do
by
you
the way?
want?
No, I didn't.
You're
I'm
acting
sorry.
so anxious and antsy.
Bob, what I
You
thought
want a
we-
Tic Tac?
A Tic Tac?
Yeah, you want a Tic Tac?
What is that? It's like some kind of a
Maybe
downer?
it'll calm you down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
Sort of
it's a new kind of downer, Tom.
It's
It's
a
called
barbiturate.
placebo. Just take it and you'll relax.
Okay. Well, weather-wise, got a little snow out there today.
What's the matter? Can't you open the box?
No, how does it work?
You just flipped it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was trying to push it the other way. These look delightful. Look for a high around 40 today.
Good.
A little bit of snow on the ground. And you want to do two wacko songs?
I got 2 CCR here. Those are wacko, don't you think?
Those are nifty.
Aren't they? Here's 2 CCR and Q95.
Nifty.
You guys do the Tic Tac someplace else, please? Thank you.
Oh,
why does it smell?
Death breath. Those are wrong.
Yeah. Q95 CCR on a 2 for Tuesday, 8:57.
Here with Bob and Tom. Good morning. Bad Moon. What is it? Bad Moon on the Rise?
Bad Moon Rising.
Oh, Bad Moon Rising
is the correct title.
A description of Rock Hudson waking up in the morning. Pushing on. The big news, I guess, in the rock and roll world these days is the new Bruce Springsteen album, Live 1975 to 1985. Yesterday, it went on sale, as you know. Well, a lot of people got copies of it, and a lot of stores are sold out. Now, I think on the phone right now we should have Davy Crockett, King of Karma Records. Dave Crockett from Karma Records. You there, Dave?
Yes, guys.
How are you?
Thought I heard some heavy breathing. Now, Dave, yesterday I managed to get up to your Carmel, Indiana store, which was, I guess, the first one in town to get a hold of the thing.
Right.
And we got a copy of the CD and a bunch of the records and stuff. Now, I guess you sold out pretty quick all over town, huh?
Oh, yeah, we sold out within an hour in almost every store. The store you went to yesterday, right after you went on the air, we sold out in about 15 minutes.
Wow. You're welcome.
Thank you. You ought to be glad you got that CD, because that might be the only one left.
Yeah, well, I didn't pay for it, by the way. I told the guy at the desk that you said I could have it. So.
Oh, sure. Well, you'll get the bill.
Thank you.
You won't get the check. So, you know the two great Armenian lies, don't you?
No.
What is it? I won't come in your mail.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And
the check's in your
mouth. Okay, thank you. So let me ask you something. Just in general, where do the record stores get the album?
Well, they all get shipped directly from CBS Records, whether that comes direct to the stores or through a wholesaler. We got our direct shipment from CBS about 10:30, 11 o'clock yesterday, and went through them very, very quickly.
Now, are they shipping cassettes, records, and CDs all at the same time?
Simultaneously, yes, but it looks like at this stage of the game that there is still a supply from the manufacturer on LPs and cassettes, but it looks like CDs might be out for a while.
Okay, so if you want the CD, you're going to have to kind of either hang around or make a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, I've got them being air freighted in from Connecticut and California and places like that. I'm expecting to get several hundred copies of the CDs today to get out to the stores, but it might be the last we see for a while.
Wow. Okay, well, good. So I think the general rule then would be wherever you live, you really want to call first and see if the store has it.
Exactly.
Now, one of the things that's kind of confusing to me is that the CDs and the cassettes come in what looks like a 5-record box set.
Yes.
They're all the same size. The only differentiating factor is the color of the ink.
That's correct.
So if you're a consumer, beware. Make sure that you're getting the the format that you want. If you don't have a CD player, you don't want to go home, open up, and find you've got 3 CDs on your hands.
Right. The ink is in different colors on each package, although the box set is all the same size, a 12 by 12 box set. The ink's in different color and clearly marked on the spine. It says LPs or cassettes or CDs, so you got to look real carefully to see what you're getting.
Okay. Now, I'll toot our own horn a little bit here. What we're doing is we're going to be playing. Last night, Carl Russo kicked it off with the first portion of the album. It's 40 songs. We're playing it on CD beginning at 7 o'clock in the evening. So if you want to hear the album while you wait to buy your copy, you can tune in tonight. We'll be hearing phase 2 of that on Q95.
All right.
We should have stock again in the stores today, guys, but I don't know what it's going to be like after today.
Okay, so if you want the album, you can check out Karma or make some phone calls to your favorite record store.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Which is Karma, right, Dave?
Thank you very much.
Well, that's your favorite record store.
That's where I buy all mine.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Do you pay for them?
Of course he does.
No, never.
Okay.
Just like Tom.
Okay, Dave, well, thanks a lot.
Thanks for spending time with us, Dave.
All right, guys. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See, now we managed to go through that whole thing, and I didn't make any jokes about his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
He was afraid I was going to make some crass comment about his personal life. Did you notice he was having dinner with 2 guys today?
I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Karma Records.
Thanks, Dave. Anyway, wherever you go,
Instant Karma.
I would really recommend calling first to make sure you can get the album. There may be someone in town that has quite a few of them left.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stores had a lot of them, but they went fast.
I like the little button up that's about Karma.
Karma. It means, they're mean to people, and it eventually will catch up with them.
Mm-hmm. My favorite sticker was on a button. It said, "Your karma ran over my dogma." Killed by a tape.
I don't know what dogma is. Go up to Carmel. There are a lot of people.
All right. 9:02.
About hockey. I'm 30 years old, and I don't go much for football. The games are too long. My husband and I, we've gone to a few of the basketball games here. But the one game that really gets to my blood? Hockey.
Another left. He beat him in a head-up fight, and he beat him good. He shoots, he scores! They win it 3-2. 11,000.